It's still sad how long it took me to make those 3 moving dots.
You know, you lied to me last time we went live. You told me that was the last time we were playing that video, and here we are playing the video again.
Yeah, well, I didn't know we were gonna be doing something like 3. It was like that was like 2 days ago.
Hmm.
Life.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just keep lying to me, Mark. It's fine.
I will.
I'm used to
I
it.
will. It's what I'm good for.
Okay.
At this
All
point.
right then.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to a special live edition of the Fan Effect Podcast. As always, I am your host, the Bushido Geek, aka the Shogun of Fandom, joined by Sam the Man.
Hi.
And we're doing a little bit of a throwback, but also, I don't know. It's more of a Back to the Tragedy Part 2. I was trying to think of like a good Back to the Future.
Part 3.
Like Part 3. We are joined by Phil Russertt, who is back with his comic Tragedy, who, if you guys remember, was on before. How long ago was that?
December.
I don't remember.
It wasn't crazy long.
It was December.
Was it December?
Yeah, because I didn't join until December.
Right.
Like, it was
okay,
the last
yeah, because
It was your second show that you did, Sam.
I think so, yeah.
First interview. Mm-hmm.
Right, yep, that's what it was. Yep, okay.
Party.
So we're here to talk about 2 things. One, Tragedy Chapter 2, the Kickstarter is currently going on right now. It's got 9 days left, and you've actually already hit the first goal, which is awesome. So, but you guys got 9 days left to back this. We'll be diving into that. I can bring that up on my screen here in a second. And then we're going to be talking about, you got some remasters going on with some new artwork and everything, which is, I mean, you just showed us some of the before we went live, and it's pretty good. Like it's really good. So I think first, we want to dive into the new Kickstarter. So you're continuing. You got Chapter 2 here. Talk me through that. Like, were you like, because Chapter 1 like did amazing. Were you like, I guess, like, were you expecting Chapter 1 to do as well as it did? And are you like, did you just get more excited to keep this going?
I absolutely did not expect it to do what it did. I'm brand new fledgling and out of the gate. We made over 10 grand on the first one, and then we repeated that on the second one. And usually the second one, you take a dip,
Right.
So I'm pleasantly shocked. I mean, I would have kept going no matter what the money was. Even if I didn't make a goal, I was going to do this book no matter what. But yeah, it makes you feel like you're doing it for a reason. There's people that are interested, and that it's nice to know there are people that want to read it.
Yeah, I can definitely agree. And I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna share it here so I can bring this up. So this is some of the stuff we got on Chapter 2 here. I'll scroll down. I mean, you still got like an amazing team continuing the book, and I mean, like, again, there's a lot of reasons to help out Tragedy, but I mean, for me alone, I mean, like, the artwork and animation is beyond top tier. I mean, the stuff is crazy good. If you guys are looking at what I'm scrolling through right now.
Oh, am I supposed to be looking at it?
I mean, you don't have to. It's more for everyone else.
Got it.
But you can if you want to.
Sure.
Yeah, Ricardo Silva is the penciler and inker, and he's just doing a phenomenal job. And Chris Graves, another artist, helped with art direction, roughing out a few of the action scenes, and Chris Sotomay, famous Marvel DC colorist, he's big time colorist in the industry for 30 years, is the colorist on book 2, and it's a great team. Jason Meadows on letters. I mean, there's no egos, and we all know our role and what we want to do, and we bounce ideas off each other, and we respect each other's craft. And I'm not an artist, so I respect their suggestions, and it's just a great team to work with.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. I think we talked about it before. It's like you can tell sometimes in the artwork if people are like having fun and kind of like enjoying what they're working on, and you can definitely see that here of just how much people are enjoying what they're working on.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, Ricardo's been great to work with. He's just been awesome to work with. He's really invested in the character and the book, and he just wants to give 100%, and I'm grateful to him.
Yeah, I can definitely see why. For those that maybe didn't catch the first episode, or maybe they just are curious, what is kind of the synopsis of what Tragedy is, and what is Chapter 2 continuing that you can say in terms of like the story and everything like that?
Well, Tragedy is an Irish assassin in New York, and she's living a life she doesn't want to live. She battles with human, real emotions, things that we deal with, all the time. When we try to get up to a world we don't want to get up to, or a day we don't want to get up to, or a job, uh, our moments of up and down with confidence, and the fact that she fights adversaries that she doesn't necessarily beat. She's not the best fighter in the world, but she's really damn good. But the realism of it in this unrealistic world is that she's going to face triumphs and tragedies, no pun intended, and
Yeah.
you're going to go along for that ride with her. The first episode introduced you to rival mafia like the Italian mafia, Joe and Tony, and the Chinese mafia with Jesse and his head assassin, Breath of the Dragon. Breath of the Dragon is a very mysterious character in the first issue. There is a really surprise, shocking ending to book one that people don't see coming, and they everybody told me they're surprised they did what I did. Um, book two takes place right after, and it even explores Breath of the Dragon even more because he's not a villain. He's an adversary of hers, but he's not a villain. Sometimes life pits two people against each other for whatever reason. And we flesh out some other characters like Joe and Tony, who people like them. They're funny. They got that buddy system going on. You know how you guys know better than anybody how you razz the people you like, right? So
Correct. It's my favorite pastime. Razzing Mark.
So,
And with violence.
and yeah, just the book. I'm big on pacing. I don't like boring, dragged out exposition. I mean, obviously there's character development. There's dialogue that gives you insight into characters and story because that's obviously important. But I think comics have gotten away from also just action and fun, and I think it's a nice, blend of both. So that's the Breath of the Dragon there, with a drug deal that went wrong.
I like the whoosh animation.
Yeah, and yeah. So I just it's my passion project. I love it to death. If only 3 people wanted it, I would still be spending the money on it. Because let's face it, it's what I've always wanted to do, and I believe in it, and I'm proud of it. And I think it's a really good story, and I think it's a book that stands up to any book on the shelf right now in any comic store. And I don't mean that arrogantly. Because I'm not the one who drew it. I mean that for they're the ones who Ricardo and Chris and them. They're the pros that make this book look fantastic. And I do think the writing is solid, but you decide.
I do have a question
Hey,
about
what's
like
going on?
character design as Mark's on a not character page. So you're the writer and you came up with all of the plots, the things like that, the characters. For like that fit.
Breath of the Dragon.
Yes. Did you like say this is kind of what I want the outfit to look like, or did you tell the artist like pop off, do whatever? Or is it
No,
like
I
a mix
designed
of both?
everything. I
Got it.
designed every single character that you'll see in the first 20 issues. I've written 20 issues of scripts. I've designed them all, and I've given them specific references to get it to the T. And Ricardo nailed it exactly how I wanted him to look. I gave him 100 references. So.
Okay. That was also my next question. Last time you were on, you said you wrote like 15, 17, whatever chapters. I was curious on what chapter we're on now that you're writing. See how
20
far
are
you
done,
got.
and Sunday I plan to write 21.
Okay. Do you have an end in sight, or are we still just popping off?
This is an ongoing. I mean, I have stories past 50 issues, but once I feel like I don't have anything else to say, or I don't, it'd be regurgitating or jumping the shark. I do have an ending in mind. I know how it's
Okay.
all going to end, but that'll only come when I feel like I've said everything I was going to say. Hey,
Okay.
buddy, what's going on?
You can say hi. You can say hi. They're saying hi. No? Too shy? Okay. It's okay.
What the heck, Cameron?
He hasn't seen you in a long time.
I know the last time I was up, you didn't have him.
That's true, yeah. No, I see. I kind of love that though, because I like knowing that the like artist doesn't want it to end versus like, hey, here's 6 issues and it's
all you
done.
get.
Like yeah, like it can be a great story, but it's like no, we want it to end, so there you go. So I like that you're kind of like it's such a passion project that you're just like you want it to keep going until you feel that the story's been told.
Yeah, I mean, I don't ever want to get to the point where I'm just filling in issues. I mean, I think that kills people's passion for stuff. I mean, like watching the Walking Dead shows, how you had filler episodes that you're like, what the hell did I sit? I'm sorry, what the heck did I sit through an hour of this for?
Right.
I don't believe in that. Like Robert Kirkman did best when he had nothing else to say for Invincible, and he felt that he had said everything he could do. He just stopped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the studio cover to book 2. Again by Ricardo Silva, colors by Signatori.
Yeah, it's good. I like that cover. I like a lot of these covers that
I wanted to try to show off more of these.
That's a catch-up here if you want books 1 and 2.
Got it.
Which
you got a cookie.
I think we talked about it because you had so many of your covers are really great. I want to make sure we do mention this. So you have something else coming out that can help people that are in love with as many of these covers as myself and Sam are.
It's actually on this Indiegogo. You can either get it in PDF form, all of it, or you could get it in physical form. It's got a wraparound cover. And it is a book of all the covers. Now, I'm a big art collector, as you can see behind me. I love to support artists and hire them. So, because I want to live my dream, I want them to live their dream, So we did a book of covers, and there's 50 covers in here, including my girls.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then there's the black and white version of the double cover there. This is my 9-year-old. So I didn't want to milk and fleece everybody. I know you all work hard for your money, and I didn't want you to feel like, man, I really love 3 of these covers or 5 of these covers, but I cannot sit here and spend that money on the same book 5 times.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? You can either get the PDF of the book comes with the book of covers, so you can still read book 2 in PDF and just get the book of covers, or you can get all 3 in PDF form for a cheaper price, and then you can print out the covers as you see fit. The trade dress has been removed from the covers, so it's just the art. And I don't want anybody to feel that this is a cash grab. This is a passion play, not a cash grab. So.
Yeah, which I appreciate is like, because I have scaled back how much like I buy comics just from like a financial standpoint myself. So like Sam knows I tend to stick to either something really particular or art. Like art's become like the thing I try to look for. It's like, because I'll find a way to read the comic and I'll find a way to support, but like artwork is what I really drive towards. Of like, I want to collect different images and artwork and things that I can like display. And so for someone like me, like that is like right up my alley.
Well, I've been fortunate. By the way, Charles Morgan he's been a backer and a friend and a supporter. So thank you, Charles. I really appreciate you. And he's part of the cover I have a cover contest before every issue.
Ooh.
Someone can win a paid cover, and Charles has entered it. Beautiful piece of artwork. So, like I said, I like to support artists. I love what they do, and let's face it, though, comics are a visual medium, right?
Right.
I could be the best writer in the world, but you don't know. You just see a cover that catches your eye on a shelf.
Right.
And
Yeah.
how many great books could you just not get into because you felt the art was just not up to standard or up to par? So artists are the driving force, in my opinion, and Image Comics prove that, because look, you had the best artists in the world that started Image, and those books were selling like crazy. They were just gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
So I hope and I feel that we brought the best of both worlds. I think the writing is solid, humbly, and the story is solid. The characters are relatable, but I think the art is just amazing.
Oh yeah. This is easily on par with any of like amazing artwork I've seen in anything else I've read, whether it's from Image or DC or Marvel or whatever it
Mm-hmm.
might be. You know, go throwback. Dark Horse had some good early stuff. Um,
And I
this
get
is
Marvel and DC artists to do covers. I've had Ian Churchill, Will Spatasio, Tyler Kirkham. We Sean Chen, Larry Stroman. We get a lot of big name artists, and then we get a lot of indie artists that you may not know, but you really should because they're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I think is another really cool aspect about the kind of the tragedy project in itself is that it's kind of the combination, like you said, of you have on a lot of these people that you probably do know and have heard of, or at least seen their artwork, and then a lot of these people where it's like once you see their artwork, you're going to start probably trying to go out and find more of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, that's the hope. I don't. I realize that they may go hand in hand, but I'm not looking for rich to be rich or for fame. I would love to make just enough to live off the comic book sales that I could be home with my kids, and my wife.
Yeah,
But I just want a lot of people to read it and hopefully like it and resonate with the character. It's not about fame, I don't really want the spotlight. I just want put out a good quality book, be respected for my contributions to the industry, and hopefully people can walk away with this character and feel like they've connected somehow.
Yeah, you want it to like mean something to people.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
Which
absolutely.
yeah, wait, yeah. I think you kind of touched on it earlier. You're not doing it as a pure cash grab. It's not meant to try to just get money out of people. And it's here's your comic, have a good day, bye. You're
mm-hmm.
trying to make it an actual relatable thing to people.
Yeah, I mean, if like a 16 or 17-year-old young woman comes up to me and says, that book has really resonated with me because she feels the things I feel or go through, because I mean, part of the character you always write with a little bit of a part of yourself in there, but a lot of it is my wife too. Because honestly, I've never met a woman that realized how beautiful she was, how powerful she was, how strong she was, how capable she was. No matter how strong they are, they never really realize it. At least in my almost 50 years of life, and no matter how much you tell them, they don't believe it themselves. So I wrote a character that she doesn't realize how powerful she is, how strong she is, how capable she is, but she's going to. That's her
Mm-hmm.
journey. That's her journey.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I like that. It's I don't know. It's like I guess refreshing is maybe the word I'm trying to think of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want her sexualized. A woman to me. I mean, I have nothing against that style or anything, and God bless everybody who can make money off of it. So this isn't me ragging on it. But with my character, her strength is not in her beauty. It's much deeper than that. And I think that's the message I want to give my daughters, that you can be the most beautiful physically, but your strength is on the inside, the core. And I don't want my character sexualized because I don't want that to be a representation of her strength. And for the
Mm-hmm.
record, if you're an assassin, I don't think you want your cleavage exposed so you can get stabbed. You
That's
might want to
that's
have a body armor up
Right.
to your neck.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's something I never understood.
You might want to actually wear protective
Cover
clothing.
yourself. My goodness, it gets
You know.
cold at night.
Yeah.
There's nothing like being an assassin on a skyscraper in New York when it's 15 degrees outside, and
Windy.
you're like, yeah, this made sense.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
a smart outfit
This
choice.
was a good. This was a good. I made a good
Good
choice today.
decision
I
today.
made a good decision today. I woke up today to kill someone. Decided this is what I'm gonna wear.
The boob
This
window
is
was
me world.
necessary.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, she appears as an anti-hero, but she really isn't. I mean, she's doing things she doesn't want to do. She's dealing with a sociopathic adoptive father, and she can't stand him. She knows what he is, but for some reason still wants and needs his love and respect. I mean, how
Mm-hmm.
many
Right.
of us have been? How many of us have been in relationships where we know that we deserve better, but we still chase and need the love and respect of this person for some reason? And the more we do that, the more we hate ourselves for it because we know we shouldn't. Well, that's that vicious cycle she deals with as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I think Sam knows. I know that pretty well.
And we've all, I think, no matter how strong a person you are, I think we've all gone through that at least in one relationship.
Uh-huh.
And it's this vicious cycle, and it's hard to break. It's not as simple as, because your head knows one thing and your heart knows another, and you're in constant conflict. And the whole tagline for her is, will she finally find peace, or will they all rest in peace? Because she's battling her own demons as well as the external ones.
Uh-huh. As well as dragon-looking demons.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So internal and actual.
Yes.
Oh, we got 1 or 2 pledges, I think. Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just kidding.
No, hey, it happened while we're on the show. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we've said it before. Like, that's one of the favorite parts of why, like, of when we do like live like Kickstarter shows, is like when on the show and like we're showing stuff and you see the number change.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I don't know. I just love that, because you're like, oh yeah, look at, there you go. Like, I mean, it's awesome that you've already hit it. Like, you're at,
more than double.
Yeah, more than double the original goal. I know I showed it earlier. I'll scroll down really quick. That there's a lot of different flex goals or stretch goals, however you want to phrase it. That so that's what I want to iterate is, just because the project's been back doesn't mean you can't back it and help continue to meet those stretch goals. And then even after it's done, I don't know about Indiegogo if they can support after it's done, but
you can
I know
do
they
what
can.
you call in demand and stay for whatever weeks after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I mean, we did so well on Kickstarter, thank God, that it is hard to reach a new audience. So I don't really expect much from Indiegogo, because it is very hard on Indiegogo to get new followers. But I mean, listen, I'm very grateful, because there are people that are lucky to get $2,000 in a campaign. I made over 10,000, almost 11,000 on Kickstarter, and now who knows, I could reach close to 2,000 here. I mean, I'm grateful. But every dollar goes back into the book. No one's buying me an action figure or a statue or dinner. It goes right back into the book.
What
But if they wanted
it's
to,
an action figure of her?
Well, it's funny that you asked that. A lot of people love and I'm proud of this, but I'm also grateful and humble. A lot of people really like the character designs of her and Wrath of the Dragon, and
they're really good.
Yeah, I dig them.
And everybody wants an action figure, and I'm looking into it. I just don't have the money at this point, but
yeah, I gotta imagine that making an action figure, well, a good action figure, I'm sure.
Yeah.
One that actually has good quality.
Agreed. But it's something to strive for and achieve for, and I love Star Wars more than anything, but I am also like an original Star Trek fan, and 2 of my favorite lines and why I love Captain Kirk is, he said, "I don't like to lose, and I don't believe in a no-win scenario." And that's true for me. I don't like to lose, and I certainly don't believe in a no-win scenario. I think if you want something bad enough, you'll find a way. Whether it's, you may have to sacrifice and work 3 or 4 jobs or whatever you got to do, but you can have what you want and what you need if you're willing to bleed for it. And I'm willing to bleed.
And so, I mean, not only is that, like, I agree with you 100%, and I think as evidenced by how much you do all the time, is definitely a testament to that. And
absolutely,
even on that subject, this chapter 2 and everything else that's coming after it is not the only thing that you've been working on. And I'll stop sharing so you can get ready to do that. But you've been working on remastered artwork of Tragedy already, which is I don't know how you keep up with having to, like, what you're already doing with chapter 2 and the future. And then you're like, you know what I need to do? Make everything I've already done even better.
Let's redo it.
like at the same time.
And
Let's try harder.
We are in the middle of book 3, so that's a testament to the team. We wrapped up book 2. We went back, remastered book 1, and started right on book 3. And that's Ricardo and that's Chris, and they're awesome. And JC.
Okay.
Now we remastered this not as a cash grab, but we want to push to publishers, and we felt that we need book 1 to match the quality of book 2, and to really keep a nice continuity between them aesthetically. So that's why we remastered. I mean, if someone wants to buy the remaster, I'm not going to charge a lot of money. They're welcome to buy it, but I'm not pushing that on anybody. This is really to try to get with a publisher.
Okay.
Here, I'll bring that up.
We
there.
redrew. I mean, this page is the same page as it's recolored by the colorist of the second book, Chris Sotomay, Marvel DC colorist, and we redrew. Well, Ricardo redrew a third of the book with art direction from Chris Graves. So this is what you're gonna see in the book. Sorry to Tiff. So it.
Yeah, I think that's what we were waiting on. Originally was the TIFF file to load.
And so yeah, this is, I open up. Some of the best movies always open up with an action scene, right? So we open up with an
100%.
action scene in this book, and then we get into other, exposition, and then we get into other stuff. But this is basically it. This is the quality of the book. Again, I believe in the people that are making me look good, and I appreciate them more than anything. And these aren't relettered yet. We're going to re-letter. There's a flashback scene to when she was a kid with her father, who's deceased. I'm going to pull this for a minute, if you could drop it, because I don't want to show. I want to show a few cool pictures, but I don't want to give away.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. Tease the crowd.
Yeah, again, there's a shocking ending that surprises the hell out of everybody. Why are you moving so slow? I'm sorry about this. I know you got to go in like 2 minutes.
Oh, no, you are good. Oh, no, you're good. Do you want me to remove the share for a sec? Or?
Yeah, just for a minute. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
I don't know why it's slow. I'm sorry. It's the TIFF file. There it goes.
TIFF. What does TIFF stand for?
I don't know, but it's sure is a pain in the rear end. So here's another page.
There we go. I'll bring it back up.
Eats my eyes.
So there's, like I said, I think I think some of the problems with comics today, Western comics, and it's just my opinion, are they've become soapboxes for writers, and and a megaphone for writers' beliefs. I don't do that. I've failed you as a writer. If you know what my thoughts are or anything, I'm just here to put out a good story. I think they've gotten away from fun superhero action. I think that they're too busy giving you exposition that's unnecessary, and they're wearing spandex outfits, colorful, bright outfits, and you have them just standing around talking.
Right.
Right, yeah.
But again, there is exposition in the book. It's a 30-page full-color book, and a third of it is action, and the other 2/3 are exposition, but it's not boring. The pace is solid. And then book 2 is 26 full-color pages of story. So, I can't go too far. I'm going to wind up ruining this for everybody. At this point, it's been out a year, so...
Yeah, I can always take it away if you need me to drop it.
I'll go backwards. and then I'll just stop there because I don't want to show the whole book. But
no, I understand that.
In all seriousness, I do. I work very hard. So does the team to give you the best book possible. I mean, professional looking. I think it's well written. Characters that you can relate to. Solid exposition. Fun action scenes, as you can see here. And I think I do some things that are different at times. And that's it. I mean, you can take it off screen if you want.
Yeah, I got it.
And I just,
I got you on that.
I guess I tell everybody, every week we spend money on something garbage, right? You spend $8 on a cup of coffee at Starbucks, and they write your name wrong on the cup, or whatever. And
I didn't ask to
or
be
you buy.
attacked in my own show.
Well,
They usually spell my name right at Target. It's other places they write Pam, and I don't understand.
Pam.
I don't know. Last time I went to Culver's, I was like, Sam? And they're like, okay, Pam. And I was like, no. But
all they
whatever.
heard was am, and they were like, it's
let's
probably not
try to
ham.
guess.
Yeah.
What other things? Okay, it can't be ham. Probably not
Spam.
spam. Wait, spam. That sounded close.
Yeah,
Spam,
no,
no.
Pam was the first
Sam?
one,
No,
not
that can't be
Sam.
right. Sam
More
doesn't
common
make
name.
sense. Pam, that's it.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you could just again, I'm not asking you to buy any book. You just $6 for the PDF for book 1. Give it a try. If you like it, when book 3 comes out, we'll have Catch the Tears. Or you can reach out to me after the campaigns are over if you want book 2. Just give it a shot. I think you won't be disappointed. And how much money are you investing in characters that you've loved for 30 years, waiting for them to be written well again? And they're not.
Invest
You
in the
dump a
new
ton of
and the
money.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's where it gets tough when you're a collector in the way that I am, where you're like, you love the artwork, but then also tragedy is like up the alley of like what I enjoy reading to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how to
It
do
is
everything and everything and justify it.
There's
Didn't
Chinese mysticism.
justify it.
There's Chinese mysticism. There are monsters, cyborgs, assassins. It's metahumans. But the
You
thing
name
is,
it.
it all works. It sounds like this mash of craziness, but it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, are
this-
you gonna be going to Kickstarter for book 3 and then going to Indiegogo later after that?
Yeah, I always do Kickstarter first, and then about a month after, I go to Indiegogo just as I'm fulfilling everything. Now, I fulfill very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
My book is done before the campaign is over, so you're not waiting. Like, I just fulfilled everybody for the Kickstarter, and it was only 5 weeks or so, 6 weeks after.
Okay.
My very first book, from zero conception to in your hand, was 4 months.
I remember you saying something about that last time.
I don't play around. My wife and I.
No, you don't.
She's awesome. We 222 backers on the second book. We did in 7 hours one night. We just banged them out. And no errors. I think we had 1 error. That was my fault.
Machines, you and your wife.
Oh, she's awesome. And yeah, and the kids helped too. But we know that that you're pledging on a bunch of Kickstarters, and sometimes you get forgotten because you can't be putting out a book every 5-6 months and think you're gonna keep your followers. I mean, it hurt Image, and look, it was Image. It wasn't some nobody like me. So
Right.
you've got to pump, you got to grind, you got to put it out there.
Hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you are hustling. I tell you what.
Yes. I like to think that I'm busy, and then you tell me what you're doing, and I'm like, oh, right, no, not really.
No, Mark just has a lot of free time.
You're
apparently.
busier, but you're not really busy.
You got a
Mark, you're
4-year-old,
really not
you're
doing
busy.
anything.
Yeah, in comparison, and you are definitely a workhorse, which is why, well, one of the reasons I love having you on is because your stuff is really good and you're fun to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also because I feel like you're a good inspiration for others that are trying to either start their very first comic or, whether it's drawing it, writing it, coloring it. I mean, there's so many different ways to go into, and I feel like because of how dedicated you are, that's why one of the reasons I love having you on is it's just, I feel like it's a good inspiration for others of like, here's what you can accomplish when you're, when you really put your mind to it.
Right.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I do
No,
believe
yeah,
that. I mean, this
yeah.
started with me I almost succumbed to COVID. I almost died, and while being in bed for 6 weeks, that's when I wrote this. I said, "To hell with it, I'm writing this."
Yeah.
I was in the hospital. I got home. I was weak. I was on oxygen. I had lost 40, 50 pounds. I was on 4 liters of oxygen continuously. I couldn't even get up and walk. And I said, well, I'm not just going to lie here in bed and rot. So I started writing.
Yeah, I mean, which is crazy that you just kind of like got, like you said, you were kind of just laying in bed and you were like, all right, enough is enough. I'm gonna, make
Use my time wisely.
Yeah,
I was pissed.
and boy, did you.
Uh-huh.
You
I
weren't
wrote
like, well,
13
let me
issues.
take like a day off here and rest from nearly dying from a horrible disease to, no, I'm going to work nonstop.
I don't have
And-
time to die.
Yeah, I don't have time to die. This must get done.
That's the philosophy I live by. I don't have time for that.
I don't have time to die. Honestly, at this point, I don't have time to die right now.
Mm-mm.
I got there's too much to do, too many plans.
You guys have the most valuable commodity right now, and you don't realize it until you get to my age, and that's time. You're young. You're young. You have your energy. You have your strength. What you don't, what I didn't have with youth was focus. Like what to focus on. I didn't know what I wanted to do. That I found very late in life. And I found it when I don't have energy. And I am almost 50 and I am tired. But after a rough, struggling life, finally finding my passion, what really matters to me, I'm not letting that go.
No, you're making
no
the most
way.
of what you got.
Yeah. He's so cute.
Well, dude.
Yeah, I think I think it's a really good point, and it's one of the main reasons this podcast even started, which Sam knows stuff we can't talk about live yet, but it's the reason why this has turned into just way more than I ever thought it was going to. And has just spawned so many different things, and it's, again, the main reason is now that he's getting older and stuff and everything, I want him to
Blue dude says, listen to me.
Yeah.
Like check.
Green Arrow's gonna do something. Careful, buddy. Careful. I want him to just see what he can accomplish if he puts his mind down to it, and that. It's too loud. Here, put it on Daddy's head. That, like, that he can keep pushing, and that, it, like, as busy as I was, he always was, very, came first. Like, he was always going to come first, no matter how much, busy I got from the other things. So I think it's again, a really good point. And again, like I said, one of the reasons I love having you on is just because you always bring good lessons to everyone of like what you can accomplish if you just sit down and work for a couple hours, actually.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was intimidated by the thought of writing, but I was like, why am I intimidated? If I don't do it well, do I, what happens to me? Nothing. Most of our fear is based on our own insecurity of feeling worse about ourselves, not real repercussions. So if you can stop worrying about, well, will I be a loser if I don't do this? And just focus on the fact that you've got nothing to lose. There are no repercussions. Just go do it. And whatever turns out, turns out. If you wind up not being good at it, well, then that wasn't what you were meant to do. You'll find it. But what if it is? Just do it. Stop letting your fear and your worry and your insecurity get in the way, because you know what? All you do is grow up. You're 50, 60, 70 years old, and look back at your life and regret the things that you didn't try because you didn't have the courage. Not me.
Yeah.
Not going to be me.
Yeah, Mark, so just do it already.
Yeah. It's what I'm finally doing after 30 after 32 years. I've finally just been put my nose to the grindstone, and I agree with you, Phil, 100%. I mean, that's kind of what I like a year ago, and now there's not really a day that goes by that I'm not working on something, even if it's only for 30 minutes or an hour.
Good. It's good for the soul. Good for the soul, man.
And it's we got some really good stuff in the next couple months coming. That's going to be really fun.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be here.
My page.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's far enough away now where we're kind of like, and then we're gonna like blink and we're gonna be like, oh god,
it's time. Time
right,
to go.
we have to do all of these things, and
that's a trap that I don't fall in. I never think I've got time. I always have the attitude I have no time, because something always goes wrong. And I'd rather have it done, and when crap goes or close to done, and when it goes wrong, I've got the time to fix it, than to be caught with my pants down.
Right.
Believe me, you don't want to see my bear, but I'm just telling you.
Right. Yeah.
You have to live. We are not guaranteed. we're not guaranteed a minute from now.
Right.
I mean, God forbid I could have an aneurysm, a heart attack, or whatever. We're not guaranteed 5 minutes from now.
Mm-mm.
So live like that.
Yeah.
Live like that.
I agree, and that's what. And it'll be it's worth it because, like you said, it's once you just do it, like you said, if you fail, you fail, but at least you can know that you put in the effort and did it.
Well, I mean, what's worse, finding out that you're not as good at something as you thought, or looking back at a life with so much regret that it's just eating and rotting you away in your last year, in the last years you have on Earth? What's worse?
Right. Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
regret is a slow death while you're getting older. It's slow death. I'm watching family members in their 70s looking at life with regret now, and that's all they're focused on is what they didn't get done, what they didn't do. That's not going to be me. Because you don't look back at what you didn't succeed at. You look back at what you didn't try.
I'm going to hold it this time.
Right. What is the little dude doing?
Oh, he is playing Green Arrow necklace chain thing.
Got it. His own little fun game.
With my microphone.
Oh.
So I'm actually going to try to... Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, no.
Again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you're cute.
Ha.
I'll get it. So I know we're going to... I wanted to I wanted to post the link again. So, again... So the Indiegogo is going on for 9 more days.
Let me go.
But
Correct.
you can still get your hands on issue 1, issue
Dad,
2,
hold on the other side.
the art book in its entirety, which,
Wrap him.
again, obviously we can't show everything because then there'd be no point buying it. But
Right.
just take it from us that it is not only is the artwork in story amazing, but you're also helping support a man as good as Phil here, who now that me and Sam have gotten to know him a little bit, I mean, if there's
We're homies now.
yeah,
You're supporting artists too. Don't forget. This is my wife, by the way.
Oh, no.
oh wow.
Yeah, she's awesome.
And also make sure, like we were saying earlier, check out the other artists that have done stuff. There's going to be like we were saying, there's a lot of people that have done work on this that are a lot of indie guys who you might not have heard of before. So when you support it, because I'm just going to assume that you're all good people and you're going to support it.
It's a threat.
Yeah, it is. It is also a threat.
I'll toilet paper your house.
Yeah.
I don't play like that. Come on now, people.
No, I'll just send him into your house and be like, you remember all those things I told you can't do? Now you can do them.
Now run him up.
Now you can do all of those things. And just
He's gonna go do that right now.
If I'm not careful how I phrase that, he 100% will.
Great.
He's smart enough to be like, well, you technically said.
Well, Dad, you said I can go do whatever the hell I wanted.
He has done that before where I've said something sarcastically like, oh yeah, go ahead and I don't know, like
knock yourself out.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, go ahead and break that, and then like I'll see him pick up something, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, you said I could. And I'm like, I mean, you're not technically wrong. But I don't know if I should get mad or what do I do here?
It isn't literal.
Yeah. But not only, like I said, just make sure you go and check out the other people that are doing the work, and try to support the different people that you see on there. Go check out everyone's artwork. I mean, that's
exactly.
We started doing these promoting projects because we were just we were looking for good people that we could talk to, and now it's turned into like this. We want to encourage as much people as we can to go out and support as many people as we can, because there's like this huge scene of indie creators creating stuff that's just amazing, and not many people get a chance to either read it or know about it. I mean, I certainly didn't know when I first got into comics. Not too long. I got into comics kind of late, but I didn't know there was an indie scene such as this. I mean, like my indie comics was like me reading like Image or Catalyst Prime or older Dark Horse stuff. I didn't really know that there was like this scene out there of just so many people creating amazing work, and that's one of the things that's been really awesome doing these.
We love supporting.
Yeah. So make sure you do it.
Yeah.
I will send this kid to your house because I could also use a break. What do you mean no?
He said no, no, Dad.
All right, well, there goes that threat.
Ha!
I'll send Cameron to your house if you don't support this project. No, I'm not going to go. Well, there goes that.
There goes my
Immediately.
threat.
Just cuts out the rug from under me. Just like...
Nope, I stay with you.
Damn, he got you with the cuteness.
Yeah, he got me with the cuteness. I can't fight it. I can't fight it.
No.
I can't fight it. Sam, no pressure. Go, close this out.
Bye.
I'm just kidding. All right. I did post the link again, but Philip, you want to tell everyone where they can find like yourself and your artwork and the different projects you're working on?
There's
not
a tragedy
not
for
like
comic on Instagram. There's Tragedy the Comic on Facebook. I'm also an art rep with Legendary Illustrations, www.belegendaryillustrations.com, BE legendaryillustrations.com. Find all the awesome artists that I get to represent. And you can go to my main page on Facebook, which is really a hub for everything, Phil Russertt. That's PhilRussertt. And right now on Indiegogo is Chapter 2 with a catch-up tier of Chapter 1. And the remastered Chapter 1 is just going to be lettered, and by next week, it'll be ready for print. If you're interested in that, you can reach out to me separately for that through DM on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll hook you up with that.
Party.
There you go. Okay, now Sam, go.
You can find us everywhere at the Phantom Effect Podcast. On Facebook, not Instagram. Don't look there yet. Twitter. You can email us at phantomeffectpodcast@gmail.com. Please email.
There you go. And just get ready. Like I said, new episodes every Wednesday. Bonus episodes when they happen will be on Fridays. And I think our best fandom experience this week is going to be to do what Phil said earlier. And if
Work
you
your
have a
ass
dream,
off.
just start figuring out a way to chase it. And if whatever that means, just go ahead and try it. And if you want us to help you, I would gladly help anyone out there with whatever dream
Email
you might
us.
have. Yes, email us with what you're trying to do, and either we will help you or we know someone who will.
We got a lot of connections.
Yeah, a little bit. And we'll see you guys next time. And we'll definitely be having Phil on again, whether it's for a Star Wars discussion, which has already been talked about that we need to bring you on for. Well, we are doing a big May the 4th episode.
That is correct.
So
Keep your schedule clear.
yeah, keep your schedule open for that, because I am going to reach out to my buddy Pat, who's been a writer for Star Wars Magazine for like his entire life, and did a couple of guest spots on.
Last Friday.
Yeah,
Won't
you would
spoil
love this
nothing,
guy.
Mark.
He's got some stories that you would love. The two of you would get along really good.
Don't spoil nothing.
Yeah, I won't spoil anything, but he's a
Come
good
on.
dude, and you'd like that one.
God, Mark.
Yeah, I know.
Great.
But we'll see you guys next time on the Fan Effect Podcast, whether it's live, whether it's recorded, whatever it might be. Make sure you guys keep enjoying yourselves. Cameron, do you have any final words for everyone? Anything you want to say? Anything at all?
No.
Anything you want to tell
No
anyone?
was a word.
What's your favorite thing in the whole wide world?
Say your dad. Damn.
What's your favorite thing?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what'd you learn at
It's a
school?
thing. It's nothing.
Nothing.
Come on, say one thing you learned at school. No?
He doesn't learn. I asked
You
my
didn't
sister.
learn anything?
I asked my sister.
All right,
the
well,
same
we tried.
question. They're 17.
Yeah, we-
They still tell me nothing.
Yeah, we tried. All right, say bye.
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 Bye, Cameron.
Yeah.